Everyone in that million-dollar office ignored her. The cleaning lady who quietly mopped the floors every night. But one evening, she noticed something strange, a flickering light, a silent room, and the CEO lying still at his desk. What happened next shocked the entire company, because this invisible woman was about to save a millionaire's life and expose a secret no one saw coming. Everyone in the building walked past her every single day, but no one ever really saw her. Her name was Mary Johnson, a 52-year-old cleaning lady who worked the night shift at the luxurious Brookstone Tower, a high-rise owned by a famous millionaire CEO, Richard Hale. Every night, while others slept, Mary swept the marble floors, emptied trash bins, and polished the glass walls until they gleamed like mirrors. But this night, something was different. Mary had just started her usual routine when she noticed something odd. The CEO's office light was still on. That wasn't unusual, but the silence inside was. Normally, Mr. Hale worked late, talking on calls or typing furiously on his computer. Tonight, there was nothing. Just an eerie stillness. Curious, Mary peeked through the glass door. Mr. Hale was slumped over his desk, motionless. At first, she thought he had fallen asleep. But then she saw his hand twitch and his coffee cup roll off the desk. Something was very wrong. Now here's the thing. Mary wasn't just any cleaning lady. She had worked at that building for over 15 years. She knew every corner, every person, and even the small habits of the CEO himself. While others ignored her, walking past as if she were invisible, Mary quietly observed everything. She knew Richard. Hale always left at exactly 9:30 p.m. She knew he preferred his coffee black, no sugar, and she also knew he had recently been under a lot of stress. Just a few days ago, she overheard him arguing on the phone about an internal leak. In his company, someone had been stealing information worth millions. Mary had no business getting involved, but she had a sharp eye, and that eye had just caught something strange. When she stepped closer to the office door, she noticed the air smelled different, metallic, like burnt wires. And near his coffee mug, there was a faint trace of white powder on the desk. Her heart started to race. Something told her this wasn't a heart attack. Someone might have done this on purpose. Mary rushed inside, calling out, "Mr. Hale! Sir, can you hear me?" No response. His breathing was shallow and his skin was pale. Thinking quickly, she pressed the emergency button on the office phone. But before help arrived, she noticed the security camera blinking red. Someone had recently tampered with it. Mary bent down to check the coffee cup. And that's when she saw it, a small puncture hole at the bottom of the mug. Her mind pieced it together in seconds. Someone had laced his drink with something toxic, and it had slowly leaked into the coffee. And then she remembered earlier that evening, one of the junior managers, Evan, had come out of Mr. Hale's office looking nervous. He had even spilled some coffee on his sleeve. Mary had a gut feeling. Evan wasn't just nervous. He was guilty. Without wasting a second, she ran to the janitor's closet, grabbed a small first aid kit, and returned. Using her phone, she quickly searched what to do in case of poisoning. She carefully turned Mr. Hale on his side, making sure he could breathe, and stayed by his side until help arrived. Her calm actions, guided by intuition and courage, saved his life that night. When the paramedics arrived, they confirmed that Mary's quick thinking had kept the CEO alive long enough to be treated. Within hours, police were swarming the building. Security footage from the earlier part of the day revealed exactly what Mary suspected. Evan had tampered with Mr. Hale's coffee mug, adding a toxic chemical in an attempt to stage a heart attack. Evan confessed after a short interrogation. He had been selling the company's private data to competitors. And when Richard found out, Evan panicked, trying to eliminate the one man who could expose him. The entire company was shocked. News spread fast. The CEO had been poisoned, and a cleaning lady had saved his life. Richard Hale woke up in the hospital the next morning, and the first question he asked was, "Who saved me?" When they told him it was Mary, he broke down in tears. He had seen her hundreds of times, walking quietly through the halls, but never once stopped to thank her. That was about to change. A week later, Mr. Hale called a special company meeting. Hundreds of employees gathered in the grand hall. As the cameras rolled, he invited Mary onto the stage. She came nervously, still wearing her cleaning uniform. Richard took the microphone and said, "Sometimes heroes don't wear suits or badges. Sometimes they carry mops and work silently while we ignore them. But tonight I stand here because of her." The room erupted in applause. He handed Mary a check, but not just for a bonus. It was a scholarship fund in her name to help underprivileged workers' families continue their education. And then he announced something that made her eyes fill with tears. "From today, Mary Johnson will be our new head of facility operations, leading a team of 50 people, because she's proven what true leadership looks like. Courage, awareness, and a heart that never gives up." Mary couldn't believe it. She had gone from being invisible to being celebrated as the heart of the company. That day, she didn't just save a CEO. She reminded the world that every person, no matter their job or background, matters. And as Richard Hale said in his final words that day, "If you ever think your job doesn't matter, remember Mary Johnson, because she noticed what no one else did, and that made all the difference." Mary's story reminds us heroes can come from the most unexpected places. If you believe every act of kindness deserves to be seen, then hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life stories that touch the heart. And tell us in the comments, what would you have done if you were in Mary's place?